Hey YouTube, Awesome Writer here. Welcome to my review for the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Halloween special. In this episode, Buffy thought she was a damsel in distress, Xander thought he was a soldier, and Willow became a ghost.
Awesome Writer review.
Hey YouTube, Awesome Writer here. Welcome to my review for Power Rangers Beast Morphers Halloween special. So, as you probably saw from the beginning bit, this premise is very reminiscent of the Season 2 Buffy Halloween special, if you were a fan of that show. The same premise happened where they thought they were their costumes, but I think it was a lot better done of an episode, and I actually might bring it up a couple times. Not that, like, Power Rangers needed to watch the Buffy episode and, like, bring it up to snuff for that, but I just thought that it was kind of funny that that was the same premise and that they thought they were their costumes. And it was a decent premise. I think it was a solid premise for a Halloween episode. I'll go on my usual rant about how I still don't think that the holiday specials as they are necessary, but we'll save that till the end because I've done that like every year since Samurai, I feel. They get hypnotized, or at least 4 out of 5 of the Rangers get hypnotized by a broadcast from Scrousel when they're gonna watch a Halloween movie. For some reason, at the Beast base on a bench, I don't know why they couldn't have used the Riptide set or something else that looked more comfortable, but whatever. All the Halloween, or all the holiday specials apparently just take place there. But they get hypnotized, they think they're costumes. Zoe's a Viking, Ravi is Detective Douche. No, he's Sherlock Holmes. And then you have Frankensteel, and Nate is like Frankenstein, like Dr. Frankenstein. And so they all think they're their costumes, and Devin has to snap them out of it because he doesn't like Halloween. He's Three-Hole Punch Jim. He doesn't care. And so the premise is that in order to get them back, he has to remind them of who they are by showing them a clip show. But in order for them to pay attention to him, he has to wear costumes that they would listen to. So, like, it's a cop for Detective Douche, and it's like another Viking for Zoe, and scientist. He gets like all of them done by the time they go to Nate and Steele, so they're all scientists, and for whatever reason, Zoe did an accent. I don't know how that made her to me seem more scientisty. It's not a bad premise. Like, I think there was some actually entertaining bits in them acting a little bit, obviously campy stuff, but I think that's the point, is a little bit overacting. But I think it was a wasted premise. I think that there was some entertaining bits there, but it wound up being, the first half of the episode was, here's the vehicle for the clip show. We're gonna basically tie you up and show you a clip show by force. Maybe that's a metaphor for the audience. That was done. There's actually like a half of a regular episode, but without the plot. I mean, obviously the plot was the costume stuff, but it's basically monster attacks, let's blow it up. And the whole plot was that Scrousel was distracting him with Halloween stuff. And then they blew him up and it was done. And then Devin really likes Halloween at the end. And like, so it was weird because the second half, like I said, it was almost like a regular episode, but without whatever motivations or plots that usually encompass the monsters and stuff. That's a weird way of phrasing that. But I think it could have been more entertaining if instead of locking down the base and forcing a clip show, they could have had the Rangers running around town. Maybe you could have seen Viking Zoe in costume as a Viking fight a bunch of the Tronics. And, kind of like, in a way, it's a different premise, but stay with me here. Like in the Dino Thunder episode, when they got the personality switch and when they transformed, their personalities were different. That would have been cool to see Devin have to sort of engineer these weird personalities to fight, both out of costume and in costume. I think that kind of like the Buffy one. Like, they didn't have to fight a monster. That's why I said I was going to bring up Buffy later. But they had to navigate the city, which was basically a bunch of people that got turned into monsters as these personas, and you just have Cordelia and Willow trying to get the others corralled, and like they made use of Xander's soldier skills, and Buffy was really of no use, so they just had to protect her. But like, that's the bit. That would have been entertaining to watch Devin have to sort of solve this monster crisis while dealing with the personalities. Like, who do I have to protect? Who could I use for this? Like, what if there was a plot where like the monster was doing something, they couldn't figure it out, and they used the Sherlock bit, and like I said, use Zoe for combat. And I don't know, that could have been more entertaining. I think that it was a cool idea, but it just was wasted on the clip show. And like I said, with these specials, I wish that, I don't often blame Nick. I feel like people often blame Nick for too many things that I think are actually just Power Rangers' fault. But I think that the Halloween and Christmas specials are definitely a mandate from them somehow. And I don't know why it has to be a thing. And I've said this so many times, I'm about to punch me. Like, God, I almost want to beat me up. I don't know why they can't just still integrate them, like have an episode that just happens to take place during the holiday, and you kind of bookend it at the beginning and end with the holiday celebrations. So it's still like a themed episode, and you still, get everyone in the mood for the holiday, but you can actually have it contribute to your show more. Christmas is weird because it never airs during Christmas, so we always have to have the post-series story in some way. But the Halloween one is at least close-ish to when the normal stuff airs. So I don't know why they don't just integrate it. And like I've said before, if you can come up with a plot that really involves the theme, great. But if not, just have it be window dressing. So I have to bring that up every time. That still bothers me. I thought it was an okay premise, but I think they kind of wasted it because I think it had a lot more potential than they actually used. I'd probably give it a 6.5. Anyway, that's about it for this one. It's really funny, both of these became available right after I said in my last video that I'm waiting for these to air normally, and now they're both available. So I guess I'll be able to do that series review sometime soonish, maybe even next weekend, we'll see. Christmas special is up next though. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps entering that bell to get notifications for all my videos, and check out my shirt store for some Beast Morphers and Dawson related shirts. Anyway, until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.